Kansas City, and I hate to get off my rhythm, but I wanted this guy so bad that we normally always have our regionals on the first Saturday of the month, just so you know. But Danny could only come, and praise God, Lisa came. Danny could only come the second week, and so Lisa is here because Danny could only come. Yes, thank you so much. You've been amazing. And then, but here's what happened. Our next speaker couldn't come until, and I don't have my sheet, thank you, the 24th of October. Ron Forrester. Just give it up for Ron Forrester. Yeah. He's fantastic as well. So I want you to know, Ron Forrester, he's a doctor, he's a PhD, a pharmacist, and 26th. And then we're going to get back on our schedule to get on our rhythm, and we're going to go to the second weekend again, and then we're going to stick with our rhythm of the first Saturday of the month. So it's going to take us a little bit, but I'm trying not to go back to back to back. Anyway, give it up again for Lisa.
Am I on? Can you hear me?
You've been on all day.
Okay. All right. Just a couple quick housekeeping notes. First of all, when we come to these events and they charge at the doors, just so everyone knows clearly, they charge just to cover the room cost. And I've been traveling a lot, and I see how expensive all these rooms are. And I originally had booked all my own rooms, and it's so important whenever you come to these events to make sure you guys sign in as a brand partner if you're a brand partner, and pay the fee to help cover the room. It's just so important, and don't give any slack at the front door, because everyone needs to participate in that so that we can have these amazing events. And then when you're running your event, everybody will do the same for you. So it's a whole duplication thing, and there's no money being made, trust me, as far as from the rooms. It's just to have the coffee and to have the nice room. And actually, I have felt like this is a really nice room. I love having the windows, and it's just really, really, really nice. So I just always make that comment at every regional, because even out in LA, I was so shocked. Mark Smith's regional in LA, there were like 1,200 people there last Saturday when Puglia and I did that regional. It's the biggest regional in the United States. It was very, very fun. It was very intimidating. There were 50 national marketing directors in the room. So it was quite an experience. I'll be honest. It was quite an experience for me. But even when I was in the back green room with Mark for several hours, off and on as we were off and on the stage, and Tammy was there, and I got to hear all kinds of fun things. But one thing I couldn't believe is they have at least 150 people every single regional signed in as a guest that are brand partners in LA. So he is asking that we teach a little bit of the culture also of meetings. It's meeting culture. It's what you do. And it's something that we have to start initiating at our different regionals so that everybody gets it. And then when you're in charge of your own market party, or you're in charge of something like this, and you have to pay the money out of your own account to rent the room and then get your costs covered, then it will be for you as well. So I just always like to make that note, usually at this time during our presentation. Okay, so as we move forward, I hope you're all feeling good. I hope you're not too sick of me. Usually we have a few more people up here presenting, but I just want to say I'm having the best time. I've gotten to meet some amazing people and see some that I met a while ago. So if I don't get to talk to you at the end, I want to say thank you. I also want to say that my team traveled a long way, and we have just a Facebook page just to let them know what's going on, and anyone can be on it. But it's called Team Edge. If you're a Team Edge member and saw my contest about traveling in here to see Danny, which we thought it was going to be Danny, not me, I want to make sure you sign in, and at the end, if we could all just meet up here real fast at the end of the meeting. If that, I would just appreciate that. Maybe up here in the right-hand corner. So, okay, onward. So, Nerium Gives Back. You earn Nerium Gives Back files for every preferred customer that you sign on. Something that they added this slide a few months ago because some people were not aware of the fact that if you sign on your preferred customers, you get a bottle, everyone that you sign on, right? It's about 45 days out. They make sure your preferred customer doesn't return their bottle, and they have their second auto ship that comes in, and then you get your bottle from Nerium. Awesome. Even more awesome is this. If you teach your preferred customers to share with their friends like we talked about, give them the end of their bottle, or let them know what they're using when their friends say, what have you done? What has changed on your face? You look amazing. And that is happening all over. And if you train them, say, listen, when people start asking you what you're doing, tell them about Nerium and we'll get them on. And then as soon as you get 3 people ordering, your product is free. But what some brand partners don't realize, and new brand partners usually don't see it yet, is every time your preferred customers sign on a preferred customer, you get the free bottle of product. Okay? Wow. And that adds up to a lot of bottles. And all it really means is you doing the education for your preferred customers. You know, we could go through this business and really not do a very good job promoting stuff or educating our brand partners or our preferred customers. We can get through this business by doing that. But you're going to fly through this business and up the charts if you're really being a promoter and an educator of everybody that you're working with. So it's another aspect. Okay, so over here it shows you this preferred customer signed on 2, and one of theirs signed on 3. All those bottles go to you. Are you aware of that? Okay, I just want to make sure. That is something that, I'll be honest, I didn't get for about 6 months. So when I finally figured that out, I was like, awesome, I'm going to start telling them about that. So anyway, the Nerium Gives Back program, you know, something that is such a fun story with this company, and Jeff Olson has mentioned it before, but when he was invited to speak in front of the Drug Selling Association like he has been for 16 years in a row as their keynote speaker, meaning he would go up there and speak about the industry and about motivating businesses and CEOs. These are the top CEOs of our entire industry. I mean, you name the company, the CEOs are in that room. And Jeff, for 16 years, was asked to be their speaker because he's so dynamic and exciting and motivational, right? And he has this book and he has this history and he's a millionaire maker and everyone loves him. Last year, they asked him to come back twice. They said, we want you to be our keynote speaker and talk about the industry. But then we want to invite you back up later in the weekend and we want you to tell us what you're doing. Why is your company so successful? What is happening over there at Nerium Land? And so he got up there in front of all the CEOs, said, you could have heard a pin drop, and he basically said, I'm giving my people free product. And he said, everybody in the room, put their head down, started writing. Because they know that they can't do it. And they won't do it. If they could, they won't. Because that's where they make their money. They front load people with product. They make them have to buy the inventory. Coming from another business myself where we had to purchase our samples, to have our samples on our table to sell, to make money. And then at the end of that catalog, I had to sell the samples myself, and then I had to also buy the new stuff in the new catalog. It was a process of about $4,500 every single year, and I'd be buying that much more jewelry, and then I would try and sell my jewelry, which I would always have to sell at a very big discount because it had been tried on and played with for an entire year. So it was like this whole process that I did with all this jewelry. Well, I can tell you right now, I still have about $10,000 of jewelry in my garage. Yeah, come on over. It's like almost free. My assistant, Deborah Hedgecourt, every once in a while she'll go, I'm going out to this thing and I'm like, take it. I don't even want to look at that. You know what I mean? I just don't even have to think that way anymore because we have this. And we are so lucky what we have. If you can't find another reason to talk to somebody about Nerium, talk to them about this. There is nobody out there that gives their salespeople, by doing the right thing, signing brand partners on and signing customers on, giving them free product. And sometimes I think it's overlooked. It's huge. And if you've ever been in a company where you had to buy inventory, raise your hand. You guys don't overlook it, do you? Yeah, it's huge. It is huge. So we're very lucky. 369. Okay. When you're signing on preferred customers into this business, and if you're passing your bottles around, you're going to get customers. I promise you. But you can't not if you're passing your bottles around. And when I say that, I mean, right now I have 3 bottles of night cream and a bottle of day cream, thanks to you, my friend, in my purse. I always have product because, you know what, it's given to me for free. And I don't want it sitting on my shelf at home. I want it with me so I can be passing those bottles around the next time I meet someone that wants to know about my business. And so when you're passing bottles around, there's no way you're not going to get customers. Well, what the company does is it has this 369 program where you're going to benefit for the more people that you sign on as preferred customers in your business. So if you are a brand new brand partner in the room, and let's say you don't have a customer yet, it's okay, you're going to pass your bottles around, you get your first three preferred customers, and you're going to get a bottle for free, and then Nerium, your bottle for free, like your ADO, okay? And then Nerium gives back 3 free bottles for you, and your CAB bonus, your customer acquisition bonus on each one of those is going to be $24 on your first 3. I have a laser. I'm going to use it on your first 3. Okay, so, and then the next, once you get to 6, so let's say you keep passing your bottles, and you finally have your 6th one, okay? Not your 5th, but your 6th. Once you have 6 people that you have signed on as preferred customers. Now, one of those might fall off next month, but you've signed on 6 in your lifetime as a brand partner with Nerium. Therefore, you're going to get 2 free bottles a month. It automatically kicks you up in the system to where that you're going to get those 2 free bottles coming to your door. You're going to have 6 bottles of Nerium Gives Back as the bonus for signing them all on. And then your customer acquisition bonus has jumped up for your lifetime in Nerium to $28 every time you sign on a new customer.
$28 per customer?
Per customer.
Okay.
A one-time customer acquisition bonus. So you get the customer acquisition bonus at $28 now that we're at six people, but you also get your bottle bonus. So now, once you have 9, big number 9, then you will get 3 bottles a month, as long as you still have 9 people, 3 bottles a month of free product. Okay, that's a lot of money. That's $330 retail of bottles coming to your door. Plus you will be given 9 free bottles of product, and every time you sign on a new preferred customer after that, you get a $32 CAB bonus, and from here on out. So let's say you have 9 now, but in a couple months you had a couple drop off, doesn't matter. Because you hit 9 in the lifetime of your membership with Nerium, your CAB bonus is always going to be the top, $32. Is that simple? Does anyone have a question on that? No, you don't have to maintain 9 if one falls off. Now, okay, yes. Oh, sorry. Let me go back. If you don't maintain 9, these bottles, your 3 and your free, can fluctuate. So if you only have 8 next month, then you're going to only get 2 bottles the following month. That automatically takes place in your back office. But if you go back from 9, you're not going to lose your $32. Every customer after that, you still get the $32. Nope. Once you've hit that level, once you've done that in your lifetime, now some of us it's a little bit different. We had to redo it when they launched this program last spring. So like for me, I had already had tons of customers, right? In the very beginning, I was really getting a lot of customers, and now I just kind of consistently sign them on. Well, what I had to do was I had to hit 9 again once they launched the program. So it wasn't retroactive to the beginning of your business. But if you're in this room now and you're new from here on out, once you hit 9, you're $32. It will not drop back. The only thing that drops back is your 3 and your free. Is that clear? Okay, great. Roadmap to Lexus. I don't really feel like we need to cover this again. We're pretty good on this. If anyone has a question on the roadmap to Lexus, I think you should probably check with your upline and do some sit down on it. Just because it's amazing. You know, we talked about it all day long, off and on. It's very well covered. But if you still have questions on it, then just get them answered. Make sure you're asking someone. Ask me after, because I'm going to skip a couple things that I don't think we need for the whole room. Fast start qualification, just like we talked about. The thing about this that I want to point out that they have on this slide is right there. Earn a 10% check match coaching commission. Do you realize that part of our comp plan is crazy? It's huge. Everyone that you sign on, that you sponsor, and you turn around and you help become successful in this business, you're going to get a lifetime 10% coach check match. Okay, if you think about that, I'll use my example. I have 3 of my NMDs out of 7 on my team that I personally sponsor that make well over $100,000 a year already. And I'm going to get a lifetime check match for them for 10% because I personally sponsor them. So what does that tell me? Number one, we need to be personally recruiting and sponsoring in our businesses through the lifetime of our business. You don't just sponsor 3, 4, 5 people and hope that those people will take you to national marketing director. It doesn't work that way. You need to consistently be sponsoring people. I want to tell you all, because I think there's a confusion in our company in some aspects. I want you to know I've never had one person placed on my team from anybody above me, not one person. I have a leg in my team that's really heavy. And in the very beginning, when I say one leg that's really heavy, I have like $800,000 a month in one leg, and then I have 120 in one leg, and then like 80,000 in the other leg. So I have 2 weaker legs that I'm trying to get to national marketing directors, and I have this huge fat leg. That's not a bad problem to have. It feels like it is, kind of, because I've been steady at 1 star for over a year because I've got all my 7 NMDs in one leg, so it's kind of like frustrating. But let me tell you, that leg is set. I don't have to worry about that leg. But I can't place in that leg. See, so if you're thinking, why is someone not placing people on my team? You might be in my shoes. You might be in a very heavy leg. I'm in a very heavy leg under all the upline. We are their fat leg, basically. So I've never had one person placed on my team. Do you think that has stopped me? No. I am out there. This is my business. I am out there like a recruiting fool every day trying to meet the right people to sign them up. And then when I sign them up, I place them in my side legs that I'm trying to get to NMD. Does anyone have a question on that? Because I do hear sometimes, oh, well, how come I'm not getting any placements? Well, I never got any placements. You just have to get out there and build your own business. And you have to take the responsibility to do it. I always tell them, as soon as I can, I will. But, you're taught from your uplines that you want to build your open legs. So let's say you're building an organization right now, and you have got your people started, and you have one person, and let's say it's a male, he is just rocking it. He's signing people on, his leg is great. That is great. You support and you help him, but you focus on the other legs, and you go out there yourself and try and recruit. They always say the people that got you to the rank that you're at right now are not going to be the same people that get you to your next rank. You all need to find new people. So it's a business of consistently meeting and talking to people and signing them up and then sponsoring them and teaching them to do these very important things like Fast Start Qualified. But that check match is huge. Another reason why I mention that is because you don't want to give away your brand partners. If you're signing on people and giving them to someone else to sign on, you are losing that 10% check match. And it's, I will tell you, I gave my daughter Megan a couple people away in the beginning and let her sign them on. She's family. This is your business. You can decide how you want to do it. But I can tell you, nobody from our upline above would recommend that you let somebody else sponsor someone that you bring in the business. Number one, if you're the one that brought them in, you're probably going to be the closest one to them that will actually do the most good for them and help them really be successful. But number two, if you let someone else sign them on, they're going to get that check match, and that's also going to count for their biller bonus. And so with all that future of our financial, compensation plan, you want to personally sponsor yourself, the people that you are bringing into the business, and not handing them to somebody else. Now, can you place them and give them that volume? Absolutely. Can they help you and help you train them? Absolutely. But it's really important that and I don't believe it's being selfish. I believe it's being a good business person. And it's making your future. It's definitely something you need to think about. So, a couple of those statistics are so good, and it just shows that if someone gets off to a fast start, they have that belief check and they go running from there. It's just like they say, they used to always use that description of pumping the well, and it takes a while to get the well going, but if you get it going really fast, and once it's going, it's just going to keep going. And so you've got to get that person, you've got to pump harder in the beginning and get them fast start qualified. It's so funny to me. They were talking about, putting a tent in someone's yard and sleeping in their front yard until they fast start qualifying. I mean, Jeff Olson said on stage, he goes, just go home, get in bed with them at night, kiss their husband goodnight, kiss them goodnight, and go, okay, here we go. What are we going to do tomorrow to get you fast? So I've had, an iPad. We've gone through this today, so I'm just not going to dwell on this. If anyone has questions, please let us know. Qualifying for your Lexus again. They're talking about the 369 program down in the corner, and it's really all the same stuff that we've covered. I do want you to know, and it hasn't been said today. Do you know that our Lexus car program is the lowest in the industry, $12,500? And do you know why Jeff made it so low? Because he's brilliant, and of course, but he wants everybody to be in a car. Because when you're in that car, it's that belief deal. People go, oh my gosh, you're really working it. This is working for you guys, and maybe we should take another look at that. But the other thing is Jeff didn't want people's cars to go away. There's a lot of companies that after they win the car, someone comes and gets the car if they don't hit their numbers. Usually the numbers are around $30,000 or higher to win a car in other companies. So it's an amazing, amazing car program. And I have to share, I have a picture, it's on my Facebook, but when I was in LA, it really did look like a Lexus car lot. I mean, think about it. There were 50 NMDs out there. It was all brand new Lexuses. It was so awesome. It was very, very exciting. Once you're a senior director, this is a nice perk. And I want to tell you guys something really bad. Okay, David Bird drove me crazy in the beginning because I talk so fast, and he talks so slow, and it drove me nuts. But I want to tell you, this man is brilliant, and he has taken me through and helped me grow and learn so much about my business, about how to do accountability calls for my team, and so many things. And he's so expensive. Like in a real life situation, you guys, to hire David Bird, it's a minimum of $500 an hour. Are you aware of that? He's untouchable. You can't even get with him. But now that Nerium has him on board and he's available to us, and once you become a national marketing director, you're very gifted to have an hour a month with him. And it is a powerful hour. And I have to tell you, I get a little nervous every time my call comes up because he asks you a lot of numbers. He makes you very accountable. He keeps you on track, but he teaches you so much stuff. Here's the gift. Once you're a Lexus car qualified, you get to be on a call with him that he does with Mark Smith on Thursdays at 11 o'clock. They send you the number when it happens. I can't post it up there because it's just for senior directors and above. But I will tell you, it's a life-changing call. And David Bird has truly changed my business. Once I finally gave in the fact that he knew more than me, I was like, some of us are a little thicker skulled than others, but I really have learned so much about how to run a team and how to run a business and how to take my business more seriously and be accountable to the numbers. So anyway, I just want you all to know about this and to work towards this. If the car is not that important to you, this should be, because this is incredible on Thursdays at 11. This just gives you a good visual about what we talked about, having 12 or more. They have 15 cars out there, but because it's more realistic, I think. But 15, we'll say Lexus car earners on your team, as evenly distributed as possible, and that'll get you to the $25,000 bonus. What the $25,000 bonus does for you, besides winning a check that's 4 feet wide on stage, is they divide it up into your monthly check, and you get an extra $2,083 in your check every month. So it boosts up your monthly check. It also puts you in a group of leadership in the company that, it's very exciting. I want this all to be your goal. You can all do this. It's absolutely achievable in this company, especially for where we sit right now. They tell us this over and over. But I want to tell you what Mark Smith told me last week in the green room. You know how they always say, if you've been to any bashes or if you've been on the phone calls, they say that you guys are sitting in chairs right now that nobody else has sat in. And a lot of us go, yeah, sure I am. It's very hard to hear that and really see the big picture. But I want to tell you, when I got this time with Mark and Tammy last weekend, I just listened. I closed my mouth the whole time I was in the green room and just listened all that I could because it was really fun. And their excitement and what's going on, we don't even know what's going on. But whatever is coming is so big. It's so big. We are so blessed to be sitting in these chairs. And he was talking about how this is such just the tip of what's going to happen. If you think about the fact that we just have our second product, and here we all are right here, and everybody else, it's like the iceberg, all we can see is that one part that sticks up out of the water, and the rest of it, most of it, 90% of it's underwater. Well, that is what is going to happen, is all of that part that's underwater is going to rise up as we sign on brand partners, open up countries, launch more product, and whatever the heck is getting ready to come out in 2014. Woo! So it's big. It's really big. I know we don't want to look too much in the future. It is kind of scary. I mean, it's like we've got a hold of something that's just astronomical. So, but we don't want to keep going, oh, the future, because what we have right now is what we need to focus on, and that is spreading our net. We need to be filling our nets all the time with as many interested people as possible. And some of those people are not gonna jump in the boat right now. But if you fill your net constantly, like work like you've never known before in your life, and fill that with prospects and people that are interested, slowly they'll start joining. And as this stuff starts rolling out, you will see their interests change. You will see people look at our company not like the normal marketing company. So that's what you need to do, is just keep filling your net and always think in my brain, who else can I bring in, or who else can I tell about this that one day might change their mind. I can tell you I have a big superstar's mom, that is on my team in Nashville. Has not been announced. There will be a company announcement. There's other very famous people that are getting involved. As this stuff happens, and as they make these announcements, what is it going to do for all of us? It's going to draw more attention to all of us. Just like the Emmys and The View and all the stuff that's going on. How do we watch the Emmys, by the way? Does anyone know? Is it on TV?
Yes. Yeah,
like
it's
just,
on right now.
It's on right now? Where's the TV? I'm kidding.
You can stream.
I've never, so it's just like an award show? Okay, we'll go find a TV later on and watch it. But anyway, there's all this stuff that's going to be happening. And as it happens, it just draws more towards your business. And so as it happens, make sure you're using your social media and getting that stuff out there. And this is what Mark was talking about. He's like, fill your net with people. Just keep filling it. Even the naysayers, make sure they know what you're still doing. I still have people after 15 months that are coming to me off Facebook that are going, or I'll run into them at a party, they'll go, I've been watching you. The ones that never like anything that you do, they are watching you. They are what we call the watchers. And one of these days, something will change in their life, possibly, or in their sister's life, and they will go, oh my gosh, I need to call. I need to call Lisa because I've been watching and this is working, and I need something now because my life has changed. So just keep remembering all those things. And, this would be a really good thing to happen to all of you. Let's go for this. How about that? $25,000. Maximizing your weekly check. We build Wednesday to Wednesday to Wednesday in this company, and then to the end of the month close. And the reason why we do that is because our weeks start on Thursday mornings, and so you want to start at your higher rank, so you're paid at the higher rank after your Wednesday close. How you build to a Wednesday close is you are working like a fiend on anything that's in your funnel to be closed out before 10 o'clock on Wednesday night Central Time. So this is just kind of shows you the money that you can make, and if you were at the different levels of your ranks. So if you were a brand new brand partner and you had a success pack and your bonus was $50, or if you're at the top and your bonus is $325, your weekly check will determine the way that you go into the following week and how you're going to get paid on your next bonuses. That's what you want to do, is you really want to push that. They say your biggest day of the week on your team should be Wednesday, because on Wednesday, you need to become a promoter, or even on Tuesday. I think the day before is better. And when I say a promoter, we're going to go back to being a promoter and an educator, which means you're going to go to your teams and go, hey, who do you have? Who do you have? Because you want your weekly check to be big. We want that weekly check to show you how much money you did, because you got all those bonuses for signing people on and getting them closed by Wednesday. I will tell you, when I first signed up and I was going crazy and signing up a lot of people, my weekly checks varied from $3,500 to $5,800 every week for 3 months in a row. So that is nuts. And They're not that big anymore. I'm going to be really honest. That was when I was in that, the first stages, and I was signing on like all my friends and everybody that I knew, it seemed like. And so now I'm just more like consistent over time, and my weekly checks, on average. And I like to share a little bit. I mean, everyone's numbers are different, but they vary from like $800, sometimes $500, sometimes $1,000, and that's when I'm consistently signing people up. But if you can get those weekly checks consistently going, the reason why it's so good, and whenever you see those top 25 people that come out in the company that have the highest weekly checks, you know that they are building their back-end check, their monthly check, because it's that weekly check that does that. And so that's why it's so important to build your weekly check. What is that? Signing on preferred customers and signing on brand partners, because those are our only activities that we really want to focus on, right? We want to focus on the high payoff activities, and that's getting out there and introducing people to our product and to the company. The Nerium Weekly Rhythm, again, weekly close is Wednesdays. I said 10 o'clock, 11:59 Central, and our monthly close is the last day of the month. On our team, we've started a watch party the last day of the month. We try and get NMDs together, and you can do this yourself with your team. It doesn't matter what rank or level you are, and get together and watch the numbers, the rank promotions come in, and call people. Just pick up the phone and say, you are doing awesome. I saw you promoted. Congratulations. We called a gal the last day of the month last month, and she had just hit director. She had tiny twin babies that were born, and they're so beautiful, and she lives down in Branson, and she's been trying so hard. She wants this so hard to happen for her, but she's been so busy with her babies. And she hit director last month, and we gave her a call, and she started bawling, crying. It was Vanessa, Howe, and I. And we were together that night calling people, and she just started crying, and then she goes, hold on, I'm in the middle of an RRP, can you talk to me? So she's having an RRP, and we call her to say congratulations. We think she's going to be all happy, and she starts crying because she's so happy. So we ended up doing a quick FaceTime with her group that was in the room, and just said hello to everybody and how great she had done it. Congratulated her in front of her group, but there's so many fun things you can do like that with your team. And when I say with your team, if you don't have a team yet, that's fine. You're going to have a team, and you're going to know what to do, is get together and have fun. But the end of the month close, you want to make it huge. You want to get every single person you can on that month, and then propel together into the next month, into your next adventure. And you want to get everybody on board that you can with excitement and energy. Is that it? Wow. I talk fast. Well, before we get finished, and I'm not going to keep anyone past the time, but I am comfortable with opening it up to questions. If anybody would like to ask any questions, I'm really not going to deal with customer service questions or issues, because we talked about that earlier. If there is something, the pattern to take care of that is you call or you place a ticket with a company, and then if you don't get results that you feel like you need, go to your upline support and let them help you. And if they need an NMD, then we can help you take care of customer issues. I will say 90% of the calls that block our customer service lines are people asking questions they can find in their back office. So that's why we need to be promoters to our teams and make sure that we're plugging everybody into all this stuff, all this training and everything that we did today, and make sure they're doing their new brand partner training, because when everyone calls and asks questions that can be answered so easily by having them actually do their work, then it would a lot more time for the most important things, which are really the major customer service issues that we would have for our customers. So with that being said, does anybody want to ask a question?
Okay, on the day cream. So sorry.
It's already on Facebook, all the Emmy stuff. She said it's a gorgeous picture of Tammy and Mark by their table. So make sure you get on Facebook and watch it and send it. Make it viral, you guys. Make it viral.
From 2 to 9, they're going to do it on Facebook and Twitter.
Oh my gosh.
So we won't actually see them on TV.
Did you say 8 o'clock?
From 2 to 9.
Oh, from 2 to 9.
Yeah, on
Tammy looks
Twitter.
gorgeous.
I know. I love
Woo! I don't know how he does it. I'll let you know. Okay, questions?
Okay, question on the day cream. When everything that shows the list, the bottom thing says 4 moisturizers. Can you tell me what the 4 moisturizers are?
No.
Will the company tell me? Because I have a person who is very allergic to a particular moisturizer, and that's real important.
Yeah,
I want to upgrade them.
Did you look at the ingredients on the side of the bottle?
I don't have mine yet.
Okay, do you want to look at the ingredients on the side of my bottle?
I probably couldn't read it.
Oh, I got it.
You can read it?
What did you say? Take a picture?
Take a picture of the ingredients and then just
And send it to them, yeah. So there will be the ingredients on the side of the bottle, just like the night cream. And that's what I always did. When I say no so fast, I say no because I'm not an
You
esthetician.
just got your bottle.
Because I just got my bottle. But I will tell you that whenever anybody has asked me any questions like that, any customer that said, oh, what, I just need to know more about this and that, they sound like a doctor or whatever, I will send them to NeriumSkincare.com or to NeriumBiotechnology.com, or I will send them a picture of the ingredients to the side of the bottle. So, and let them do their research. Oh, yay! Oh, smart. I'm so excited. We're gonna be so famous.
Is it cool to set up a booth at, like, we have an apple festival down south and Santa California is just here. Is it legal to set up a booth?
Absolutely. It is totally legal, and that's wonderful advertising. Get out there and, you can talk to different people, Oh, yeah, I'll repeat. I'm sorry. Her question is it legal to have a booth at a vendor show? It is absolutely legal and wonderful to get your name out there that way. A lot of people will bring a TV screen and they'll run the befores and afters on it. People are so creative on what they can do. You can talk to your peers or get on Facebook and ask different ideas that they've done. One of my favorite ones that I saw at a vendor booth was they had this big, tall candlestick with a Nerium bottle on top of it, and then they had a glass, like a hurricane jar, filled with old bottles of just empty bottles in front, and it said tired of broken promises, and then it said Nerium up on this tall, really, so that was kind of cool. And I would suggest having the night cream and the day cream for them to kind of smell and feel there, like if you could bring a bottle of both and have them try it, and then show the befores and afters and use our third-party tools, because that's what sales are.
Lisa, what is, there's on the website that we're going to be featured on The View, or Nerium's featured on The View. What's that going to consist of? Do you not have any idea?
You know what? That was news to me too. I don't know what they're doing on The View. I don't know if someone's going to talk about it or is going to say they're using our product. That I don't have any insight. Do you?
I'm setting up my recording at home on the information that the lady that's on the CSI Miami.
Sophia.
Oh,
No,
so-
no, take it back. It's not her. It begins with Eva. It's something like that. There's a lady on there. It's just featured guest, and I think that somebody I heard her on Facebook is involved with Nerium.
Okay, wonderful. Well,
That's what the Direct TV said.
okay, thank you so much, Mike. And you know what? That stuff is going to start rolling out, you guys. And that is just going to add fuel to our fire. It's so exciting.
So yesterday I spoke to a woman who had a bad allergy after using the cream. So, but she wants to use it and keep selling it. What would you recommend?
Okay, here's my suggestion to that. Okay, her question is, she had someone that had like an allergy reaction to using Nerium. Number one, I always turn the batch number in to our adverse reaction department. We have an adverse reaction department. Less than 0.5% of people turn anything in. A lot of times I'll say, send me a picture. Sometimes you get the picture, sometimes you don't. Some people just say it doesn't work because they don't want to use the product, you know what I mean? But some people really do have a reaction. So then I get the batch number from their bottle, I swap out their bottle. Because in all my 15 months, have used Nerium every single night. And I had one bottle that I got a breakout right here on my face. And it was like raised red bumps. I swapped out my bottle and it went away, and I sent the bottle back to the company. They need to know if there's a batch that has a bad reaction. This is all natural, plant-based. Things can change in the lab. And so that's what I suggest doing. But first of all, if they're having a reaction, tell them to stop immediately, take a picture, get the bottle, deal with the adverse reaction department, and let them know that it is only less than 0.5% of the amount of people that are having a reaction. And it is skincare. There will be people that can't use our product. That's just the way it goes. I can't use Latisse not Latisse. I can't use those. You know those eyelashes you glue, men don't listen. There's eyelashes that you glue on. It's like extreme lashes. I am highly allergic to the glue that you use to glue those on. And my eyes swelled shut. And I mean, I think those are so beautiful. I really wanted those. And so they're like, Lisa, we put on hundreds of these and no one's ever had that reaction. There's always going to be someone that possibly, bless you, can't use our product. And that's how you deal with it. Here's another thing. I always have to say this. You don't have to use Nerium to be a part of our company.
Amen.
You can still sell it and have an amazing opportunity and change your life if you have some crazy reaction. Some people that have had reactions on their faces have no reaction on their neck or their elbows or their knees or their hands with the product. So if they want to be a brand partner so bad, I'd say use it other places. Just don't use it on your face. Then try the day cream when it comes out. So, yeah. Public speaking makes my nose run. No, it really does. Every time I'm like sniffing. I'm not sick or anything. I don't know.
I get some of my best ideas when I'm in the shower. So but don't go there. No, I don't know what it is, but there was something. I was thinking about this the last time we had a regional event, and as a guy, in skincare, we had to wrap our mind around it a little bit. But you also have those people that say, well, I've got to like the product in order to sell it or to be a part of it. And I have to know it works for me or whatever. And you're going to have those people. But something I was thinking about the other day, it was like, so if you'll just indulge me here, who in here does not like bacon? Doesn't like the smell of it, doesn't like it, or nothing like that. Okay, 2 people. Okay, here's another one. Can't stand it. Okay. Who in here loves it? Just loves the smell. I think they should make air fresheners that smell like bacon. Okay, so let me ask you this. Okay, so you look at that. So Lisa, you saw how many people love bacon and you can't stand it. But if you had the market on bacon and you could sell it and stuff, did you see the opportunity right there?
Yeah.
Did you just see the opportunity?
She'd like it.
I'd be selling bacon.
You see what I'm saying is that if you get past, bacon. If she can get past bacon but see the opportunity there, there's something there. And that's something we teach these young entrepreneurs. That's something, people, if you can get them past that objection there, if they can just see that, I see the opportunity now. I see that the product is, we own the product. Again, these people that are approaching me about these other products and stuff, they show me the product, this and the new one has come out, and it's some patch you put on your back for pain. What's unique about that? Honestly, the fact is that if you can, like Jeff says, if you can be copied, you will be. So anyway, I was just thinking about that the other day as far as these people that don't want to be part of it or can't use it or if they break out or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Thank you for sharing that. It's true.
For any of you who are interested in the Young Entrepreneurs Program, get this month's copy of Entrepreneur Magazine, The Young Millionaires. It's got some great information in there.
Oh, that's good.
Particularly the first page or two
They-
that you could use.
The Young Entrepreneur Magazine this month has a bunch of young entrepreneurs in it, so it'd be good to have to read.
Just Entrepreneur Magazine.
Entrepreneur Magazine. Thank you, Bob.
On the before and after pictures that they say sent in, does it have to be a full 90 days, or can you do the before and a 30-day picture? Or does it have to be the full 90 days?
I think they want the 90 days because the whole reason for the contest, the 90-day contest, is to have someone stick with it for a full 90 days to see the dramatic results.
And you know when it starts and when it ends, the 90 days?
I don't know when the next one ends. I haven't heard. It's every 3 months, and I don't know exactly. It will be online. I'm pretty sure in the back office.
What happens if you've got someone that has had Botox and had implants in their face even, and then they try the product and then they break out. Is it from that or?
No,
I
have tons
didn't
of
think
customers
so.
that have Botox, and
Okay,
it's not from that. Yeah.
That's what she thought it was for.
No,
And
no.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
That's
I can
all.
tell you, I do know that answer.
Okay, thank you.
Bill?
Just based on your exposure to the corporate people, as well as your own insight into what Chris knows about, so what do you see happening in the future, product-wise, country-wise, with Nerium this year and maybe next year?
And we're gonna quote you on that.
Mindy and I know nothing more than you know, not really.
Look at them.
All I can tell you is this. I mean, honestly, we don't have any super cave information. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that to you. They wouldn't do that to us because they know we can't keep a secret. And they're right. None of us can. This is not one of us. So I will tell you that the belief in what we're doing has gone up tenfold for me. And in fact, I was sharing this with someone today. I have a couple on my team that are so sharp, and they jumped in and they got their car really fast, and they were doing well, and they had some stuff with their work, some things people at work were complaining about them working in another business. Anyway, stuff happened, and they slowed way down. And they haven't been plugged in. And I mean, I'm telling you, like upper people above us on our teams love this couple. Everybody wants them back. And so I recontacted them the other day. We were having a really good conversation. He's like, well, tell me why I should re-engage, because I really want to, but I can't get my wife to say she wants to. And I said, all I can tell you is this. With enough exposure that we've been blessed to have the NMDs and on certain phone calls and in back rooms with people and by the pool with Jeff, I can just tell you right now, I've never, ever, and I wouldn't say this, I've never believed more in something that I'm attached to than anything in my whole life. I honestly cannot believe our good fortune. I think that this is so, the words have come out of their mouths. This is so much bigger than even they knew that they had their hands on when they started this. It is crazy, you guys. It's crazy. And you just have to keep going forward. And if you're not going forward fast enough, keep going anyway, because it will change. I mean, just like those watching people that are watching you, they're going to want to be a part of what you're doing, and they're going to flip out when they see where we're going.
Yes, Lisa, you talked about the weekly checks of being, a little less now. For the newbies and, yes, your end of the month check, what it involves, a 10% match bonus.
Yeah, and your residual income.
It's not just that weekly.
Right, you have your weekly, you get your weekly, and that's mostly the high activity things that you're doing. You're signing up people, your preferred customers, and all that. And then also now the weekly also consists of the 250, the builder bonus. The monthly then has your NMD bonus in there. It has your residual income, your coaching match, and what else am I forgetting in your monthly? But your monthly, as your weekly, you still get your good weeklies, but then your monthly one grows. So as our team has grown, that monthly back end, for me has really grown, and for anyone that's working it that way for that long. And so consistently over time, that one is your big check.
Can you explain the coaching bonus, exactly what that means?
You know what? They're not like keeping track of how you coach your team, but if you sign somebody on, and the more successful they are, then you're going to get a 10% coach match. So you're going to get 10% of their earnings as long as you have made that amount or more that month. And so, someone always said, well, how do they register that? Well, they're not going to register if you're a good coach or a bad coach, but if you sign them on and they're successful, in their eyes, you've helped become a part of that. Does that make sense? So you're going to get that 10% coach match forever. So when they're making $1 million a year, you're making 10% of that in a coach match in your check.
Is that 10% on the monthly only, or is that also on the?
It's on the monthly only.
What's something you say to somebody when they're driving, they're doing something, and you can't get them in front of a video or anything like that, you're going to use a blitz call? What's kind of your, before you get them on the blitz call?
I use my text message. Like I'll talk to someone on the phone and I'll call them and I'll say, what are you doing today? I've got a call I want you to listen to. And if they can't grab a pen because they're driving and they can't do that, then I'll just say, I'm going to send you forward our reminder, and all you have to do is click on that number, and it'll prompt you. Like the new specialized calls, are you guys utilizing those calls? Those are so good. Now, once they moved from the Blitz specialized calls, the military and the stay-at-home mom and the medical professionals calls, once they moved those to the real lifeline, which we all begged for, the amount of people going to them went drastically down. So you guys have to still really promote those calls, because what happened was when they were only on for a certain amount of time, we were more actively getting our people on those calls. Well, now they've done what we begged for. Those calls are accessible to us at all times on the real lifeline. They just dial the real lifeline and then they get prompted military calls, whatever, and you can click the number. But I would just do that. I would send them a text and I would just tell them, I'd say, here's the deal. I was thinking about you today. I have a military guy I'm working with. And I said to him, Mike, I was thinking about you today because they launched this new call. And you can call and get on and listen to it. And if you want to put some of your friends on this call also, they can call back and listen to it. And we can start your team right now before you even sign up.
What's this call about? What's the call?
Oh, I would tell them what you're sending them to. That's the thing on three-way calls too. I am not into trickery. I don't believe in tricking someone to be on a three-way call with you. Or with somebody else, or like bombarding them at lunch with 3 upline leaders. Don't do that. Make sure they know what you're doing. But what I would do is I would say, I have something so exciting going on and I want to share it with you. And we have a guy in our company that really reminded me of you because he has a military background. I think you'll really enjoy this call. And he's going to share with you what I'm into, what's going on, something like that. Don't do the call for them before they listen to the call. You know what I mean? It's like, don't train people outside of your RRP before they go into the RRP. Let the RRP do that. But definitely give them that feeling of I thought of you, like that heartfelt, you came to my mind, and I really want you to check this out. Or the the stay-at-home mom call. I have a lot of stay-at-home mom friends, and a lot of them are soon-to-be empty nesters like me, and they're flailing a little bit. And there's just that time in your life where you're like, what am I going to do when my kids are gone? And so I've been trying to plug them into that, and I'm saying, I just want you to know that I know what I'm going to be doing when Amanda's gone, but do you know what you're going to be doing when Jordan's gone? Like, do you want to hear what's going on with my company in case you decide someday that you want to join on and have this same adventure with me, or just things like that. Like, make it personal, because it's personal. Right? Everything we're doing is, we're sharing a gift. It means a lot to us. We know it does. We want them to have it. Whether they take advantage of it or not, we don't know. But make it personal.
It came to mind that you said they could even have their things off before they get started. Money. Some people, are trying to get the money together for a kid, and in your heart that they have things they could sell to get the money. But I've never said that to someone. And I bet you haven't either.
Oh, I have.
Believe me, I've said a lot of things. I have sold things that people were going before, or whatever we had to do.
Yeah. Yes. And that's
it's so worth it. I know that.
Right, but it's convincing them. I've talked to a lot of people that'll say, I'm just going to stick with what I'm doing. I don't have the extra money right now, and here's what I say. Now, you have to put this in your own way of saying things, because I'm pretty straightforward. And some people don't like that. I usually can get away with it because I put a really nice, funny tone on it, or I try and be really loving about it. But I typically will say to someone that says that to me, if you don't have an extra $500 right now, and you've been doing that for how many years, then you're not going to have that in 15 more years. So you need to make a change. And I say that, and I say that with all the love in my heart for you, because I see how hard you work. But if you don't make a change now, you're not going to be any better off. I have so many people that say, oh, I've worked this business for 20 years. Why would I change? And I'm like, because you have no money. And they complain because they have no money. Now, here's another thing. The young entrepreneurs. And it's not always the young entrepreneurs. It could be people my age that are doing way too much going out, happy houring, or whatever. But alcohol is expensive. And some of these people, I will say, is, you know what? You're spending $50 to $100 in a nightclub on a Friday night. Just start saving half of that, and you will have enough money to donate to Nerium, and then you'll make money, and then you can go out all you want, you know. But I mean, there's really, where there's a will, there's a way, and if you can just get that into their mind. And I think, you know, and you have to be careful how you say all those things because you can really offend people. But I think if you say it with complete just care for them, I literally have people on my team that sold 2 cows to join Nerium. And I have a minister and his wife that sold an old beat-up van that was in their yard forever for $1,000 to join Nerium. So where there's a will, there's a way. And yes, the garage sale thing works. I mean, there's money in everyone's houses that we don't need, and somebody else probably needs their stuff, you know, way more than they do. So all those little things you can use. Oh, okay. One more question. Make it good. Now the pressure's on. Okay, here it is.
This is just, I don't know, three, I guess. But how many people are here, and how many people have a free license?
Oh, how many people are here?
Oh, you know what? I'm thinking that we had it set up for 300. They vacillated. They said 350. I don't think there's 350. I'm thinking there's like 275.
And then we had almost like a third of the room stand up Lexus car qualified.
Yeah, everybody just raised their hand, but we've lost a lot of people too.
Yeah.
Probably 100 to 300 people.
350.
Maybe 50 of the 300 people that were here are Lexus car. I will tell you there's over 4,500 Lexus car earners in the entire company. And I think we have over 130 on our team alone, in Springfield's team. So, and I know you have a ton, and we're rocking that. So, well, you guys, I want to thank you so much for listening so well to the great questions. I love